Men, here's a truth most will never tell you. Not every woman who stays with you is truly with you. Some aren't planning a future. They're simply avoiding loneliness. They're not building a life with you. They're using you as a temporary shelter until something they perceive as better comes along. In female psychology, this is called the safety net effect. And if you're not careful, you could be nothing more than her backup plan, a comfortable placeholder, the guy she's with not because she genuinely wants you, but because she doesn't want to be alone. Today, I'll show you 6 hidden signs that you're her safety net, not her soulmate. And once you see them, you'll never unsee them. Before we dive in, hit subscribe, smash that like button, and hit the hype by dropping a comment if you've ever had that gut feeling she's with you physically, but her heart's somewhere else. Your story could help another man wake up before it's too late. Sign 1, she talks about the future. Without you. In it, pay very close attention to how she speaks about her future. Listen to the language she uses, the pronouns she chooses, the images she paints when discussing her dreams and plans. If her future plans consistently revolve around I instead of we, moving to a new city, pursuing career goals, travel dreams, life milestones, and you're nowhere in the picture, that's a massive warning sign you cannot ignore. Female psychology shows that when a woman sees a man as temporary, as just a phase in her life, rather than a permanent fixture, she won't mentally include him in her long-term vision. She keeps her future plans solo because subconsciously or consciously, she knows you won't be there. You'll notice subtle but revealing phrases like, "One day I want to live abroad." "I picture myself doing this." "I'm planning to go back to school." "I see myself in a different career path." Notice the complete absence of us, we, or any reference to you being part of these plans. That's not an accident or oversight. It's a psychological clue that you're not part of her final destination. You're just a rest stop along the way. Sign 2, she's emotionally detached but never fully leaves. A woman who genuinely loves you deeply invests emotionally. She shares her fears, her dreams, her vulnerabilities, her inner world. She wants you to know her on the deepest level because emotional intimacy matters to her. She opens up because you matter. But a woman who sees you as a safety net stays just close enough to keep the relationship alive, but distant enough to leave whenever she needs to, without too much emotional pain. You might feel the emotional connection slowly slipping away, the intimacy fading, the depth disappearing, but she still texts, still shows up occasionally, still plays the role of girlfriend just enough to maintain the relationship. Why? Because you're her plan B. You're the fallback option. You're the insurance policy against loneliness. Psychology calls this emotional hedging, keeping a comfortable fallback in case the person she really wants doesn't work out, or until someone better comes along. You're getting just enough to stay hopeful, but never enough to feel truly secure or loved, and that imbalance is intentional, whether she realizes it or not. Sign 3. She rarely invests in the relationship. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual effort, reciprocal investment, and shared energy. Both people contribute to building something meaningful together. But if you're her safety net, rather than her soulmate, the investment is painfully one-sided, and it's always yours. She'll show up when it's convenient for her, when she has nothing better to do, when she needs something from you. But she disappears or becomes unavailable when real effort is needed, when the relationship requires work, when you need her support. She doesn't initiate dates or suggest activities you could do together. She doesn't make plans for your future. She doesn't go out of her way to make you feel special, appreciated, or valued. The relationship maintenance falls entirely on your shoulders while she simply receives whatever you provide. Why does she operate this way? Because she's not building a life with you. She's simply keeping a soft, comfortable landing pad in case her next option fails. She's not investing because she doesn't see a return worth investing in. You're temporary. and deep down, she knows it. Sign 4. She keeps her options open. Subtly. She might not be openly flirting with other men in front of you or brazenly cheating, but she's definitely not closing doors either. She's keeping pathways open, maintaining connections, and ensuring she has alternatives available. She maintains friendships with male acquaintances who are clearly interested in her romantically. She stays active on dating apps, claiming she's just browsing or not really using them. She keeps in regular touch with exes under the guise of being friends or mature about the past. Each of these behaviors is a psychological insurance policy, a constant reminder to herself that she has options if and when she walks away from you. She's hedging her bets. She's keeping backup plans warm. And you'll notice that whenever you question these behaviors or express discomfort, she immediately calls you insecure, jealous, controlling, or possessive. Classic deflection tactics designed to protect her backup strategy while making you feel guilty for noticing. Sign 5. She's more worried about losing security than losing you. Here's one of the most telling and painful signs. She doesn't fear losing you as a person. She fears losing what you provide. There's a massive difference between those two things, and you need to recognize which one applies to your situation. That might be financial stability, emotional support when she's down, comfort and companionship so she's not alone, social status, or simply the convenience of having a relationship without the effort of finding someone new. When she talks about the relationship, on the rare occasions she does, it's rarely about you as a person, your character, your qualities, or what makes you special. Instead, it's about the benefits and advantages of being with you, what you do for her, what you provide, how you make her life easier or more comfortable. Female psychology calls this resource attachment, staying for security, convenience, and benefits rather than genuine love or emotional connection. And here's the brutal truth. If the security disappears, if you lose your job, if your financial situation changes, if you can no longer provide what she's grown accustomed to, so will she. She'll leave without hesitation because she was never attached to you. She was attached to what you represented. Sign 6. Breakup threats. Don't scare her, they motivate her. When a woman is deeply in love with you, when you're her soulmate and not just her safety net, the idea of losing you genuinely terrifies her. Breakup conversations trigger fear, sadness, desperation to fix things, and a determination to fight for the relationship. But if she's using you as a safety net, breakup conversations don't trigger fear. They trigger preparation. They activate her exit strategy. Instead of fighting to keep you, she starts quietly preparing to leave. You'll notice subtle but significant changes. She starts pulling away even more. She reconnects with old contacts she hasn't spoken to in months. She suddenly increases her social media activity. She just happens to bump into male friends or ex-boyfriends. She starts going out more, dressing up more, being more active in social settings. That's not a coincidence. That's not her trying to make you jealous or get your attention. It's her systematically lining up the next option, activating her backup plans, and preparing her soft landing, because in her mind, this relationship was never the final stop. You were always. These 6 signs aren't isolated behaviors. Together, they paint a clear picture. You're not her soulmate. You're her safety net. You're the comfortable option while she waits, searches, or hopes for something she considers better or more exciting. Here's what you need to understand. You deserve to be someone's first choice, not their backup plan. You deserve to be with someone who sees a future with you, who invests emotionally in you, who values you as a person rather than what you provide, and who would be devastated at the thought of losing you. If you recognize these signs, you have a decision to make. You can confront the situation directly and demand clarity and change, or you can accept the reality and walk away to find someone who actually values you. What you cannot do is ignore the signs and hope things magically improve. They won't. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.